For primary purpose or main idea questions, it's always a good idea for us to try to come up with our own answer first. The main idea is usually found at the beginning of the passage, at the end, or in its own thesis statement. With that in mind, let's break this passage down first. In the first paragraph, the author introduces a historical fact that at first seems contradictory. Here, the author explains that even though classical cultures were the creators of political systems that promoted liberalism and freedom, they still also relied on indentured servitude and other forms of slavery. In the second paragraph, the passage briefly explains why there is so much confusion around this fact, that earlier generations of scholars distorted or reshaped this idea. Then the author questions why modern historians have not set the record straight. In the third paragraph, the author explains that classical sources don't often mention slavery because slavery was so common that classical cultures thought it was a natural part of life. The author then concludes that modern historians are trying to avoid using modern ethics to judge ancient cultures. All right, now that we've reviewed the passage, let's look for a thesis statement. The first sentence of the passage, which is highlighted here in the blue box, is actually a pretty good thesis statement. Throughout the passage, we will be exploring a counterintuitive but well-documented historical truth. If we were to say this in our own words, we could say that the author will be explaining a historical fact that doesn't seem like it should be true. Now that we have a guess, let's look at our answer choices. Choice B is the answer that best matches our prediction. We could stop here, but let's look at the other choices to understand why they're wrong. Choice A is incorrect, because even though slavery is an underlying mechanism for ancient economies, that is not the focus of the passage. The author is more focused on how the presence of slavery may seem unbelievable at first. So choice A is out. We can mark choices C and D off for similar reasons. The passage doesn't provide multiple viewpoints of slavery, and even though it seems contradictory, it is a well-accepted fact. Similarly, for choice D, the author never focuses on one philosopher's influence, so we can mark both of these choices out. Choice E may seem tempting at first because the author is trying to come to terms with a historical reality. However, the key word here is hypothesis. The writer does not make a guess about this history. Instead, the author is explaining an already accepted fact, so choice E is incorrect. That leaves us with choice B, which was our original answer and the choice that best matched our prediction. The correct answer is choice B.